Right now, as you listen, something powerful is already moving in your favor, even if your business feels stalled or stretched thin, because the invisible laws that govern success respond the moment awareness awakens. Many people believe scaling a business is about force, hustle, and exhaustion, yet the deeper truth is alignment, expectation, and intelligent action guided by faith. When you understand that supply always precedes demand in the unseen, you stop chasing opportunities and begin attracting them. Your business is not a separate thing struggling against the world. It is an extension of your thought, belief, and emotional atmosphere. Prosperity flows where confidence, clarity, and gratitude are consistently entertained, and this is the first smart way to scale faster than you imagined. The mind is a creative instrument, and whatever it consistently impresses upon life must externalize as form. If your dominant expectation is strain, delay, or competition, growth mirrors that belief. When expectation shifts to ease, cooperation, and expansion, circumstances reorganize themselves with surprising speed. Smart scaling begins by declaring inwardly that your business grows through harmony, not sacrifice. This declaration is not wishful thinking. It is the activation of spiritual law. You begin to notice better clients, smoother systems, and unexpected help appearing just when needed. What once felt heavy starts moving as if carried by an unseen current. However, there comes a moment where many falter, and this is where suspense quietly enters the story of growth. Just as momentum begins to build, fear often whispers that success will demand more than you can give, or that expansion will expose weaknesses you cannot manage. This is the critical point where thought must be guarded with precision. The mind cannot entertain fear and faith simultaneously without producing conflict. Smart leaders learn to pause here, refusing to rush ahead blindly or retreat backward. Instead, they affirm order, wisdom, and divine timing, trusting that the next step will be revealed before it is required. Scaling wisely also means releasing the belief that you must do everything yourself. Life responds to trust by sending channels. Delegation, automation, and partnership appear naturally when you expect support instead of resistance. Every system you build should reflect ease and intelligence rather than complexity and control. When your inner world values simplicity, your outer business mirrors that value. Growth then becomes sustainable, not chaotic. As this awareness settles in, something subtle but profound shifts. You realize that speed does not come from pressure, but from alignment. Expansion accelerates when you stop forcing outcomes and start cooperating with principles that never fail. This understanding sets the foundation for every smart move that follows, and once seen, it cannot be unseen. It prepares the mind to receive larger ideas, stronger structures, and clearer guidance, ensuring that growth unfolds with dignity, confidence, and consistency, while every action feels supported, purposeful, and timely, laying groundwork for acceleration that feels natural rather than forced before visible results. Confirm the inner shift, rewarding patience, discipline, and unwavering belief in progress. As growth accelerates, wisdom becomes the quiet governor that keeps expansion from turning into confusion. Because true scaling is not multiplying effort, but multiplying clarity. The business that grows fast and well is built on decisions made from inner certainty, rather than external pressure. When ideas are inspired, they arrive complete, carrying their own methods and timing. Acting on half-formed impulses often leads to waste, while waiting for inner assurance creates momentum without friction. This is why smart scaling requires listening as much as doing. The unseen intelligence that orders the universe is equally capable of ordering your enterprise when invited through trust. Many entrepreneurs miss this and rush forward, mistaking urgency for opportunity. Yet every successful expansion has an appointed hour, and when that hour arrives, doors open without force. Systems simplify, revenue streams align, and the right people appear as if summoned. Still, this is where tension quietly builds, because just as the path becomes clearer, resistance often intensifies. Old habits question new capacity. The mind wonders whether growth will demand compromise of values, peace, or freedom. This moment is pivotal. If fear is allowed to dominate, progress stalls. If faith holds steady, resistance dissolves. Smart scaling means choosing principles over panic. Money responds to confidence and purpose, not desperation. Clients respond to certainty, not chasing. When your business model reflects service rather than survival, it attracts loyalty and longevity. Expansion then becomes an act of giving, not grasping. Another intelligent move is honoring the law of circulation. What is withheld stagnates. What flows multiplies. Investing wisely in tools, education, and people signals readiness for increase. Giving value generously, without fear of loss, creates a vacuum that must be filled with greater return. Yet midway through this understanding, a subtle suspense emerges. What if the next level requires releasing what once worked? This question unsettles many, because comfort can disguise limitation. Growth often asks for surrender of outdated methods, even if they once brought success. Trusting this release feels risky, yet it is essential. The universe cannot deliver the new, while the old is clutched tightly. When you let go with faith, replacement is immediate and often superior. Scaling smart also means protecting energy. Burnout is not a badge of honor, but a signal of misalignment. Rest, reflection, and refinement are productive acts. Inspired action always feels lighter than forced labor. As your internal state stabilizes, the business mirrors that stability. Numbers rise, processes strengthen, and vision sharpens. You begin to sense that expansion is no longer something you chase, but something responding to you. This realization deepens trust and prepares the mind for the final transformation, where growth is no longer questioned, but expected, and success becomes the natural outcome of aligned thought, disciplined action, and unwavering belief in the intelligence guiding every step forward. When alignment becomes habit, expansion feels inevitable rather than uncertain, because the mind has accepted growth as its natural state. At this stage, business stops being a battlefield and becomes a channel through which ideas move swiftly into form. You no longer ask whether scaling is possible, only how gracefully it will unfold. Inspired strategy replaces struggle, and every decision is measured against harmony, efficiency, and long-term vision. Money circulates with purpose, teams function with clarity, and customers feel the quiet confidence behind every offer. This is the reward of trusting unseen law while taking intelligent action. The question is not whether growth will come, but whether you will remain faithful when success tests character as much as patience once did. Yet one final suspense remains, subtle and decisive. Prosperity magnifies whatever is within. If gratitude remains steady, abundance multiplies. If fear reappears, progress slows. Smart scaling requires guarding thought even more carefully at higher levels, because influence increases with visibility. Every word spoken, every promise made, and every system built carries greater weight. Integrity becomes infrastructure. The business that endures is anchored in truth, service, and consistency. When challenges arise, they are met with calm certainty rather than reaction. You understand that obstacles are signals for refinement, not reasons to retreat. Expansion then sharpens wisdom instead of draining energy. As belief stabilizes, opportunities arrive fully equipped, needing little persuasion or pursuit. The right markets open, the right collaborators commit, and timing aligns without strain. You begin to recognize success as obedience to principle, rather than personal force. This realization brings peace, and peace accelerates results. Growth becomes rhythmic, predictable, and sustainable. Each level prepares you effortlessly for the next. You no longer fear speed because structure supports it. You no longer fear visibility because purpose anchors it. Your business scales because your mind has scaled first. The unseen works tirelessly on behalf of the disciplined thinker who expects good and prepares wisely. When thought, emotion, and action agree, life cannot resist producing results. This is the highest form of strategy, where faith and intelligence walk together. As this understanding settles, confidence deepens, and momentum continues without interruption. What once felt like a distant dream now feels ordinary, because you have aligned with laws that never fail. Carry this awareness forward daily, knowing that every inspired step compounds success, and every calm expectation invites progress. Let this message settle deeply, guiding choices, shaping habits, and reinforcing the certainty that growth responds to disciplined optimism, clear intention, and steady movement forward, even when results appear delayed, because unseen forces are arranging outcomes beyond immediate perception, ensuring that every aligned effort compounds, strengthens resilience, sharpens leadership, and expands capacity without strain or confusion, while maintaining trust, balance, patience, and confidence. Across changing seasons of opportunity, responsibility, and expansion that honor vision, purpose, and sustainable success for you always. If you are benefiting from our topics, please subscribe, like, and turn on the bell notification so you can see our new videos early.